A warm namaste and a big hello to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. I hope you guys are doing great. This is Sunamoon here, and I would be sharing a message for you. It's a downloaded letter, and let's get started. My dear love, I feel as if I was on this planet, and from my human perspective, I was not able to realize a lot of things. I felt as if I was going through a lot of storms. In the same life, I felt like I was reborn many times. And lots of things have actually changed for me in last few years. When I look at my old self, it's hard to relate to many things. It's hard to actually even accept that I was doing a lot of things. Those things which I would not do now. I am in this body, or I was in this body, but I always feel that I was always looking to connect with my soul, and I was always looking for a soul connection. Though I was looking for a soul connection, but I always ended in physical connections, or I got connected, or I got attracted to physical appearance or physical things which were coming from my programming. But after you came in my life and I recognized you as my soul connection, I realized that I definitely do have a purpose of being here, because for a long time I felt that I probably don't even have a purpose, or I was confused about my purpose. I really did not know what I was here to do. I was trying to figure out, and I really wanted to know, but I did not want to compromise on love. I did not want to accept love which was not something that I deserved, because I had been in relationships where I felt that I didn't deserve to be there, but I was still there. And I was there because of the programming, because of the fears, because I was working or operating via other people's projections on me. My birth and my existence on this planet has a very important meaning, and that is to connect with my higher self, is to connect with unconditional love, is to connect with pure bliss, joy, and integrate with source. But I would have never figured this out if I would not have met you. I always believed in love, but love was a very mysterious subject for me. It was something that generated not only curiosity but also confusion at the same time, because I was never at peace with myself. So I think I mostly attracted people who were also not at peace with themselves. I felt as if the energy from my chakras was not reaching to me, but at that point in time I could not give a definition to it. I could not give a phrase to it, because I did not know anything. I did not know what chakras are, what Kundalini is, what spiritual ascension is, what Twinflame journey is. None of this I knew. But when you entered my life, I started resonating with a lot of things that you were saying, because it was a part of your lingo, or it was a part of your lifestyle. But for me, it was something very new, or I was not yet a risk taker. I was not able to leave anything behind. I was not able to leave or let go of my attachment towards the materialistic world, the physical world. I was very scared. I wanted to keep my position safe. I didn't want to be in any place that was actually questioning me. And now I realize that true love is not like 3D love, because an awakened person always triggers the one who are not awakened around them. And your awareness was actually showing me my ego. You were so truthful that you were able to decipher lies from a distance. And I was not able to do that. In fact, I did not even know that everything around us is also full of lies. The literate of the 21st century are not people who cannot read and write. Most people can read or write, and it's not about reading or writing. There was a time if someone could not read or write and they could give their thumbprint, they were considered illiterate. But in today's world, in modern technology, fingerprints have become the most important and safest way of maintaining security. So those who thought that this is for illiterate people only are now using this as the highest form of technology. The illiterate of today's time are those people who cannot unlearn the lies that they have been taught to believe. When I am in your presence, I could see the lies. I could see through the lies that runs the world. An awakened person like you totally refuses to be a part of anything which is deceitful, which is not honest, which is not real, which is not sincere, which is not unconditional. And every time I tried to question this love because my love was so conditional, or my understanding of love itself was conditional, you would remind me. You would remind me just by your presence, just by the way you are. I even thought for a long time that we are only run by the identity and by the physical appearance that we have. I never knew that energy runs everything. This was the most basic thing, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even observe it like that. I never thought about it. I was so busy trying to earn money, trying to get settled in life, that I was simply not looking at the most obvious things. The obvious was not obvious for me at that point in time. I probably didn't know what love was, so there was a question about worthiness, if I was worthy of your love or not. But when I saw you, when I met you, I had this very strong gut feeling. I felt this very strong gush of energy. I felt very drawn to you. I felt like I've known you not for a lifetime, but for many lives, for eons maybe. I mean, it was hard to explain how I felt when I met you, but I felt huge similarity and familiarity, even though we came from different school of thoughts completely. So there I was. I did not want to compromise. I did not want to accept anything which was anything less than unconditional love. But since I hit puberty, I kept getting into relationships or situationships or likings and crushes where I felt compromised, I felt used, or I felt that I myself was trying to please others. I was trying to create a new personality. I was trying to be something else, someone else that I was not. I felt there was an energy exchange that was taking place between you and me. I felt at peace. I felt at home. I felt relaxed. And then when I would go back to my world, it would not be the same. There was a lot of questions. There was a lot of anger, frustration, fears. And it would try to tell me as if I am probably dreaming when I'm with you, or maybe it's just a beautiful fantasy. Now I know that yes, I was not aligned with my chakras. Now I know I was not healed fully. There was a lot of narcissism in my DNA. And when I saw you, I felt that some soul contract was probably activated. When I met you, yes, it activated a spiritual awakening. It activated a soul contract. I was able to process energy at a faster rate. And the connection we had was waking me up. It was waking me in a very unique way. And I was making a lot of changes that other people were also aware of. They could see that I was changing, that I was not the same person. I was being told a lot of things by other people, what to do, what not to do. And many a times to let go of all this spiritual change that I was going through. Though my intuition was very different, it was working in a different way. My intuition was telling me something else, whereas the physical world was saying something else. And every time I think about you and me, I feel that it was literally a cosmic opportunity which was sent to me so that I could align my paths. I could align myself in the physical reality. I could align myself in the energetic reality. I could work on myself. I could become a better person. And there were so many traumas, so many energetic imbalances and blocks that had to be healed. I felt each time I was around you, I was shifted into a new vibration or a different vibration, which was always truth-seeking and very calming. But what about the addictions? The addictions were there, the addictive patterns were there. So yes, there was always confusion in love. There was always an intimidation. I felt intimidated because I felt that I had to change a lot. I felt that there's something wrong with me. I felt like something was triggering me. It was shaking me out of my comfort zone. Obviously, it was your energy that was demanding me. In some ways, it was very demanding. Not that you were verbally demanding or physically demanding, but your energy was such that it was demanding me to let go of my negativity or to let go of my attachments and turn into this pure, innocent being and just live life very organically and very naturally. I felt frustration, I felt sadness, there was pent up energy, and this pent up energy was very powerful. It has definitely acted like a fuel. It has acted like inspiration. It has acted like motivation in the last few years. I would say last 1 year and 2 years. 2 years it became stronger. But last 1 year has been extremely challenging but also very gratifying. There was an invisible thread of love that was directing me towards you. I could feel the pull of your energy. I still feel this pull of energy. I feel that there is a powerful reason. There's a divine connection. All of that I sense here. In the past, when I was moving from one relationship to another, I felt that I was simply satisfying other people. I was just pleasing them so much because I was never enough for them. I was never enough for myself. And after every relationship ended, I became more and more cautious because it was too painful to not have any real commitment, get used, and then get rejected or get blocked or get betrayed, because I just wanted love and some security. So first I wanted security, conditional love. Along with it, when I met you, because of the activation of spiritual awakening, because of the activation of Kundalini, things started changing for me. And step by step, I started looking for love much more than looking for anything else. I felt so strongly that if you have a loving person in your life, or if you have the understanding of love, then everything else just follows suit. You have actually introduced me to this fact that I myself need to be happy, because happiness is an inside job. And when I look at you and the way you enjoy everything, every situation, all your time, I feel very inspired. I feel like, yes, I should first remain content, be satisfied with my situations, and have patience. This patience and this satisfaction and this contentment is very infectious. It spreads. It spreads everywhere in other departments of life too. There was a time when I was a player. I was a smooth player and I was very good at this game. I could get anyone, literally. But then as time passed by, I realized that those things were not making me happy. Even though I was a smooth player, I was secretly only looking for true love. My intention was always true love, but when I saw that other people are also looking for the same things, they are not looking for true love, or maybe they consider lust to be true love, I would then back off. So I maintained a list, a to-do list of what type of people who can hurt me or what type of people who can love me. At that point in time, I never really knew what love felt like. I only knew what heartbreak or too much expectations or fear of rejection or fear of love felt like. I knew all of that, but I did not know what exactly true love felt like. And I felt that my emotions were the root cause of the problem, of all problems. If I didn't have this type of personality, or if I didn't have this type of nature, the way God made me, maybe I would also attract true love. I feel that I lacked the balance of emotions and logic. Sometimes I would get too logical and too practical, and sometimes I would get too emotional, and I was doing it at the wrong time. Timing was not right. But when I met you, things started changing, things started improving, and I could see a lot of things I could see that I could not see earlier, and they only helped me to let go of my old ways of doing things, because I realized that those old ways were not working out for me. And I was going through a transformation earlier also. I mean, I have always wanted to transform, but when I met you, it started becoming more real and more obvious. My intuition was telling me that I do have a profound connection with you. In fact, I didn't know that intuition can work so well, or telepathy can work so well. But I had maybe ignored it for a long time because I was not aware about it. And I always felt that the bad things used to happen if I would think about them. So I stopped thinking about everything. I would either overthink or stress myself out, or I would try to distract myself. So I would get into things, or I would do things like meeting people or going out with people unnecessarily. I would get into certain activities that I was not very proud of. I'm not very proud of. But I think, again, I forgive myself, because that was also a part of my learning. The more I involved myself into those hobbies or those activities, which I think were not hobbies, but they were bad habits. Hobbies is something which I started developing later on. So I had basically no idea what unconditional love was like. And I realized in due course of time that romantic situations were not a part of unconditional love. They were not making me feel that feeling of unconditional love. So I was working on myself, and step by step. So I'm actually talking about all these things because I want to give you my gratitude. I want to say thanks to you, because you have played a pivotal role, a very important role in making me reach to that point in life where I realize that true love is something very tangible. It is not necessarily a solid piece of rock or something that you can hold with your hands, but it is definitely something that you can feel in your heart very strongly, and you can feel it in your soul. Thanks to you, I no longer want to be an emotional escapist or a narcissist or someone who gets distracted unnecessarily. I want to remain on this path because true love feels like the sweetest nectar that I've ever tasted. So this is where this letter ends. I will see you soon in another one for personal sessions, for energy readings, intuitive readings, and for therapies. Please check out the description box. If you're from India, you can email me at thesunamoon@gmail.com to ask for my PAYTM or GPAY details. If you're from any other part of the world, then please use the PayPal link. Alright then, one love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.